This week on Rock Dads, you'll never believe what happens next.
Yeah.
Let's see, let's line our shoulders up with the edge. We're just going to chat about some stuff. You just came back from Europe. That's very exciting. We're going to chat about some AI developments. We're going to chat about some movies that I really want you to see.
Yeah. We always talk about a lot of stuff. Cars, drinks, what else?
Women.
Women.
Our wives, specifically.
Food.
Having children.
Having children.
Sorry. Assisting making children.
AI. Benson
I already said that.
Oh, you did? Sorry, unfortunately. Oh, we didn't talk about Taylor Swift getting married.
No, we didn't.
No, we didn't, but we gotta talk.
This week on Rock Dads, not talking about Taylor Swift getting married.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. We won't mention the engagement.
No.
We won't mention how she might be playing the Super Bowl halftime show in 2026.
Absolutely.
It is absolutely something we're not talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta talk about everything.
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna.
That's what we're gonna do.
And we're gonna leave you with this.
But let's jump down and up.
Okay. Well,
You ready? Like from below. Rock Dads.
That's good.
That's probably good. Rock Dads. Rock Dads.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the episode number 6 of the Rock Dads podcast. Today is just me and Ben. I think we got to have to talk about a lot of stuff. We got to talk about traveling. We got to talk about what else? We're going to talk about a lot of stuff.
I'm going to surprise you with a few questions.
Okay, I love that. Let's start this. I hope you guys enjoyed the last few shows, and let's see what this one brings us.
Yeah. So Vaxxo, I want to ask you. You just went to Europe.
Yeah, man.
And you had this dream itinerary. Yeah. Where did you go? What did you do? Where did you start?
We did start with Italy. Went straight to Greece, then Turkey, then Greece again.
Okay.
So it was great, man.
Wow.
Too short.
Right.
It was too short.
Of course.
But I'm going to be honest with you. My favorite place of all, love my Italian friends. But I really loved Italy, but Greece was amazing.
Greece. Wow.
Man, the food, the beach, everything was good, man. I think in general, those countries, they're so close together that they're very similar in certain things, but at the same time very different. Mm-hmm. So I love that, man. It was really good. Really enjoyed it.
Just for context, you sent me a picture of yourself looking out of a window in Santorini, I think it was.
Yeah, Santorini.
And the caption of the photo that you sent was the Portuguese Hugh Hefner just getting his sun on.
That was Athens.
Oh, that was in Athens.
I was looking at the Acropolis, and I told my wife, you know what? Why not take a picture with a robe?
Yeah, you look majestic. If it's any consolation, you look like someone from the era, which I think was the most.
If I had hair, it would be better. But unfortunately,
don't worry. Statistically, women think that men who are balding are sexier. So
just give me the great news.
You know,
love
there you
it.
go.
Love it.
According to statistics,
I'm gonna go outside and start screaming, "Hey, I'm here!"
But then I always ask, where did these statistics come from? And it's like that statistic of that quote, the famous one that says, "Don't believe everything you hear on the internet."
Absolutely.
Abraham Lincoln.
Probably. Well, if you ask my wife, when she met me, I had a bunch of hair, like I have the full set.
You had, was it Jerry curls or
it was like an afro kind of thing? I'm Portuguese, but I have it for some reason. I'll send you pictures after, guys. If you guys want to, I'll send you pictures. I'll post a picture on the YouTube or TikTok or whatever, like any social media. I have no problem with that.
Good man.
It was like an afro. I don't know. Maybe we have like African roots in my family.
It's possible. Yeah. I think we're all a little mixture of everything.
Yeah.
When you start doing that genetic testing and they tell you what countries you come from, and I'm always surprised to see,
I would love to do
I'm a certain percentage Asian and I have a little bit of African, I have a little bit of indigenous blood and all this stuff, but I just look like a white guy. So
did you ever do the DNA thing?
I didn't, but all my siblings did.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. I'm actually happy I didn't because the company went into bankruptcy and all of your DNA is available for anyone to get. So
that's perfect.
Yeah. So it started making me a little bit nervous once they started talking about, weaponizing DNA and doing like, we could craft a a kind of virus that would just attack this one person. And I was like, I'm out. I'm good. So I didn't do it. But anyways, derailing our talk about your beautiful vacation. So it was interesting because I was reading something today about how the ancient Roman Empire, so which, Italy obviously is the center of that. Of course, they used to speak Greek, which was interesting. It was like the central language for the whole region.
They're really close, man.
Yeah.
You know what? I thought, because we did the cruise, I thought that was actually longer, the trips. Was just one night and you're already... so we started in Rome.
Yeah.
Next day, I woke up in Naples.
Okay.
And the next day, I woke up in Sicily. And from there, we went to Greece in one night.
Right.
So it was pretty fast. The thing is, I went to Rome to the what's it called?
Colosseum?
Colosseum.
Nice.
That's something
crazy. Amazing.
That's something out of this world, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
It's
history, the weight of history. Yeah. It's a feeling you cannot describe until you're there and you see it.
Yeah,
right?
it was and the guy was telling us, the tour guide was telling us that how many people died there, how many people after Christian, like there was a Constantine, if I'm not mistaken, that brought he was a Christian, so he changed things in Rome.
Yeah, so he made it the official religion of Rome.
So after that, they didn't use. I can be wrong, but I might be wrong, but they didn't use the Colosseum
to kill Christians.
Anymore.
Oh, maybe to anybody. Actually, that's a good question. Apparently, they used to have things like naval battles in there and everything. They would fill with water.
I think it was huge, man.
All kinds of crazy stuff. But I actually heard one of the stories from that early period in Rome between 0 and 300 AD, or should I say like 34 AD and 300 AD, sort of after Christ, that when they were persecuting Christians, they realized at one point that the Christians were contributing to healthy communities. So they were taking in orphans and taking care of the poor and widows, and because there was often a lot of abandonment of babies on, people would just leave babies on the side of the road and stuff. So orphanages were an opportunity for people to take care of kids. And all that stuff was held together by these Christian communities that were then suffering because they were throwing them to the lions and persecuting them.
You only see how big that thing was when you're actually there. Yeah. Because I had the feeling that wasn't that big. Yeah. But when we got inside, because we did a 2.5 hour tour all over, like, so we did that, the Colosseum, and then we went the surroundings and stuff like that. Right. And that thing is majestic. Oh, it's amazing. It was huge.
Do you know what my favorite representation of the Colosseum is? Is that Bruce Lee movie with Chuck Norris showing up in the Colosseum. Do you know which one I'm talking about? I think it's called, I don't know if it's Enter the Dragon or Return of the Dragon or something like Revenge of the Dragon or whatever. One of those dragon movies. And Bruce Lee's there and Chuck Norris is there like shirtless and he's just ready to like give Bruce Lee a pounding and then, it has his butt handed to him.
That thing was, Chuck Norris is the best.
Come on, by the way.
Chuck Norris and Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee was great. Those movies, I don't want to change the subject, but those movies, Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris, they turned into good friends. Yeah. Apparently. I believe it. They trained together and stuff like that.
What's not to love about Chuck Norris?
And
right? Like, I'd love to be friends with the guy.
Oh, me too. You're always safe.
You're always safe as long as you're his friend.
Chuck Norris never hits Chuck Norris. Nobody hits Chuck Norris. It's Chuck Norris.
What's the expression? Chuck Norris doesn't sleep. He waits.
You remember when we used to have that book at the studio? There were jokes about Chuck Norris.
Jokes about Chuck Norris.
My God, Chuck Norris was the best. And there's a bunch of jokes, actually.
My favorite one, and this was one that I learned when Emma and I, my wife Emma, and I were dating. And I was reading her the Chuck Norris jokes off the internet on the phone. And I got to this one and I couldn't finish the joke before she hung up. She was like, it was like half an hour. She was like, I'm going to bed. I was like, I couldn't get it out of my mouth because I was laughing so hard. And it's on his birthday. Chuck Norris randomly selects one lucky child to be thrown into the sun.
That's messed up. You know, we should read a few jokes at the end of the show about Chuck Norris. We go on the internet. It's not, we didn't write those. we should
I know
read
a few. I could tell you a few for sure. He doesn't do push-ups when he pushes the earth down.
That's good. Oh my god, that's funny. There was so many. That book, that little book, I don't remember the name of the book, but I remember that when you're doing some stuff, I used to read that thing.
Yeah, I used to have it at the studio as like a staple, right? Chuck Norris jokes, and there was the Mr. T jokes as well.
Oh, in there?
Yeah. Well, there were two books. One was Chuck Norris, and the other one was like Chuck Norris versus Mr. T.
Oh, I don't remember that one.
Yeah,
I remember
the
just the one with Chuck Norris's jokes.
Yeah, it's so silly.
But going back, man, it was amazing. It was a great trip. Turkey was really good because.
Tell me about Turkey. Yeah, this is interesting. Tons of history in Turkey. It's the middle of the Middle East and Europe. It's like the gateway between
apparently
the two.
It's already Asia. They don't even
really.
Yeah, apparently they consider Turkey part of Asia too.
Interesting. Yeah, the Eurasian continent.
But Turkey is amazing. So it has a lot of history, like you're saying. But,
makes you a little sleepy, but otherwise.
Oh my gosh, it's the Mary. Mary. Apparently, when Jesus was crucified,
this is was it Mary Magdalene or the mother?
The
mother of Jesus.
Mother of Jesus. She ran away from Jerusalem to Turkey. I'm not sure if it was with John or
maybe
Paul.
James.
I can't recall.
I think his brother.
They explained there.
Yeah.
And we actually went to the house that they actually think that there was a house that she stayed.
Wow.
It's in the middle of nowhere. It's actually in the middle of the forest. And
because it appears that it doesn't explicitly say in the Bible, but it appears that his father was already dead at this point.
Yep.
Jesus' father would have passed away sometime after his teen years.
Yeah.
And that Mary would have been on her own. So maybe she fled with her sons.
Yeah.
That would make sense,
I don't know
actually.
Exactly. You know what? I was so like, that thing was so intense for me.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of Fatima believers in Portugal and stuff like that. But for me, Mary, Jesus, like it's a different story. It
carries weight.
A lot of weight.
Yeah. My grandparents went to Israel and they said they were never so inspired as to see their place of their faith come alive.
Oh my gosh.
Because they're in the places where these things happened.
Yeah.
Like that is just, it's wild, you know?
It's crazy. And I'm telling you, as soon as I got into the house, I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's just me, but there was something way stronger than me.
Wow.
Way stronger. Small house.
Yeah.
It was rebuilt already because it was falling down. They actually fixed it. But there was something stronger than anything else, man.
Wow.
You know that feeling? Yeah. I got in there. I was like, okay, I want to go there.
Yeah.
I told my wife, you know what? I want to go there. So I got in there. I was like, wow. Silence. Nothing. Just pure silence. People that were inside, like nobody said anything.
Wow.
It was completely out of this world.
Like awestruck.
Peace.
Wow.
Peace. That's where you go. I don't know exactly if it was the house. They claimed there was a house. Apparently there was a lady there. It was the guy explained there that there was a lady somewhere that was having these visions. And she said this was in the 1800s or something like that.
Okay.
And I don't want to be wrong in the story that I'm actually telling you guys, but apparently this lady was having visions that the house of Mary was there in the middle of the forest, and she had these visions a few times, and they actually went there to see it, and there was a house there, and there was everything there.
So she didn't know there was a house there, and just had these dreams about this house.
In the 1800s, yeah,
wow,
or
crazy.
The beginning of the 1900s.
Yeah.
So she claimed, like she was saying, you know what, I'm having these visions. We should go there. There's something going on here. I'm having And they actually went there and they found the house.
So I totally believe in visions and things like that. I mean, people can say, oh, there's no proof for this. It's not scientific, but anecdotal evidence, like people telling stories about it, should tell you something that there's a realness to it.
Yeah.
And like as one small example, after my parents split up when I was a late teenager, I didn't talk to my dad for a year, and I didn't want to talk to him at the time. I was mad at him, and you know how you carry a lot of resentment as a teen. And I had a dream that he had a heart attack and that we would be reunited in the hospital room and we would repair our relationship. 3 days later, exactly that thing happened.
Wow.
And I was
crazy.
Reunited with my father in a hotel room. It was like just, we forgot about anything between us and it was just pure love and how beautiful that was.
Yeah.
But sometimes you get a little tap on the shoulder, a little vision to prepare yourself for something.
Oh, yeah.
So I think there's a lot of validity to what you're saying, all that to say, because I've experienced it, so I believe in that stuff.
Yeah, there was a crazy, and things like that happen. There's a lot of people that they have these dreams and things happen after the dreams, and it's something bigger than us that we cannot explain.
Yeah.
But in this case was something that I will never expect. So when I got in there, it was normal. It's a house, whatever. But when you get inside, there was this feeling of peace, this feeling of like, there was completely silence.
Yeah.
Nobody was talking. So you get into one door and you come off from the back door.
Yeah.
And the funny thing was the people's reaction. So you get into the door, everybody was happy. Like you get into the door quiet.
Yeah.
You come out of the door and everybody's looking at each other. Like, what's this?
Right.
What's this? There's something here. Like there's something.
They probably weren't expecting that reaction. Like you might go in and you think everyone's just going to be talking and everything, but there's something that overcomes you that
absolutely.
that led to sort of a reverence, right?
It was amazing.
Wow.
It was amazing. It was actually for me the best experience in Turkey.
Wow.
Because in Turkey they explain the Romans were here. Actually, they explain where the first. I'm not sure if it was John. Where he gave the first speech to people in Turkey. They were showing, but overall, that's it. Turkey was that, but
wow,
Greece was completely. Rome has a lot of history, man. I think those countries in general.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's insane, man.
I want to go check out the Vatican too. The Vatican seems interesting.
I actually went to the church, Vatican.
Oh,
church,
did you?
Where the Pope shows up and.
Oh my gosh.
That thing is.
It's interesting.
So I wear my hat all the time. So I got in there. I came to me, sir, hat off, and I go, hey, okay, I'm gonna get arrested here. No, but it's beautiful the way that they have the thing structured. The Vatican
just the beauty
City,
and how much
beautiful
has been put into that.
But and there's a lot of history there too.
Yeah,
obviously, and they have a lot of secrets.
Yeah,
it's funny when I got into the church, the St. Peter's, I think it's St. Peter's Church. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
the name, but in my head was like, "There's a lot of secrets here."
Yeah,
tell me these secrets.
Is it because it's funny? It's funny that you say that because the other day I was at the thrift shop. And they had a copy of the Da Vinci Code, so I bought it just as like a page turner, just for fun. And I don't believe the story of the Da Vinci Code per se, but like the fact that it all has to do with Vatican secrets, intrigue, and everything, it's pretty interesting. Like, because there's parts of the library in the Vatican that are only accessible to very few people.
Yeah.
And you can access certain part, but then there's like the secret part that, or protected part, I should say.
Yeah.
And so there's lots of stuff like that again, we don't know. Like the history of it is so long and intriguing. Like there's that whole thing of the power that the church had after it became part of the Roman Empire as the official religion.
Yeah.
The church then expanded in power, and then it grew to huge levels.
Huge.
We talk about medieval ages and crusades and all this kind of stuff. Obviously, I think a lot of it was misused power, but the amount of power that they took and the amount of money that they had. I mean, you can take a look at the Vatican and go like, it's its own country even within Rome. Like it's insane.
Super rich.
Super.
It's as soon as you get into the circle and you see the church, it's huge, man.
Yeah.
I didn't have usually you see it on TV.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, it's big. But when you get in there, we're like, holy, this is huge.
What is it called? The Basilica?
St. Peter's Basilica.
St. Peter's Basilica, yeah.
So when you go inside, you have all these popes that they passed away many years ago, centuries ago, and they have everything. It's so rich, man.
Wow.
Like there's gold. There's these these paints all over the place. There's marble everywhere.
Wow.
It's beautiful. Don't get me wrong. It's beautiful. It's just too big, man. It's just too big. And it's funny because a friend of mine that was with us, he asked, "Oh, so where's the Pope? Usually comes out on Sundays to say hi." He goes, the guy goes like inside the church. Well, the Pope is at the cottage. And I'm looking at it, Pope has a cottage? The Pope was at the cottage. But he was for real.
He needs some time off, probably, right?
Yeah. He's American too now. But But and the guy was for real. And I go, "Are you for real?" And he goes like, "Yeah." He has a cottage and he goes there, and not today, he's not going to show up. So we did it.
Well, he tried. It's very interesting though, because I look at the the Vatican and the history of the church, and to think that the Christian church was all about everyone just sharing everything and it being like a big circle of community.
Yeah.
And then it became like this pyramidal thing, but that happened like in the transformation of it becoming part of Rome.
Yeah,
in a sense, and it became this top-down thing with a pope at the top and everything, and that then branched into Catholicism essentially, right? So it's interesting to see the difference between that and then what the very earliest church was, which was this community. And again, it would be like people would just share their wealth, their possessions. A lot of these people were wealthy business owners of their own, but they'd all come together for free. And it wasn't about anything but helping the community and living for God. And so that, anyways, quite interesting contrast, but it also, the epicness of something like the Vatican, to me, it's like there's got to be something to it if they went to these lengths to make this huge spectacle out of it. Like you don't just do that for nothing, right? So whatever your take is on that, but
I agree with you. It's Rome. It's funny because the tour guide was saying that after Rome turning to be like Christians, that's when the empire started going down completely.
Right.
The empire crashed completely a few years after Constantine came and brought.
Well, there was a lot of stuff, like there was ritualistic worship to Roman gods and things like that, and there was a lot of sexual abuse that happened in those things, and with Christianity coming in and putting in sort of putting in some guidelines for like not sexually abusing people and and all this, mainly that, like you have a lot of the stuff where that system would have kind of taken a tumble. And so a lot of these, you think about the amount of industry that would have even fallen because of that. People who made idol cutouts, people who ran the temple, like temple prostitutes, you'd have like a whole myriad of things that would have gone away.
That time,
But that's every era. Obviously, we let go of so many professions and everything. But you did see the decline of this thing. But this was this empire that it had existed for so long, but also then persecuted many people.
Absolutely.
So
so it's funny because Greece, same thing. So the tour guide, we did another tour in Greece, and the tour guide was saying that around that time, they had a lot of gods, and you can see they praised these gods. There was a god for everything.
Yeah. You have a god for the harvest, a god for fertility. You'd have, a god to look after your household, someone to protect your animals. Like it would on and on, right?
It's funny because one of the guys was asking, so if you guys had to choose a god, I'm a man of one god.
Yeah.
Period. That's the king.
Same.
But we're joking around. I go, my god will be Vaxxo. Vaxxo was the god of the wine. Good choice. No, it's
Jesus made wine.
Exactly.
Just saying.
So it was so funny because everybody says something different. Usually they go into the sexual side because there was a god for a god, or a goddess for sex, or a goddess for beauty, or whatever.
And so a lot of the temple prostitutes, that would be the worship, would be that.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
And he wasn't expected from me to say the god of the wine. Because I love wine. I don't love alcohol. I like alcohol. A little bit.
Portuguese wine.
Portuguese wine.
Port.
Of course. Port. You know what? I used to like port better than now.
Yeah?
I find port very sweet.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's because I grew up with the
you're probably just sick of it.
And I got sick of it. It's like the custards, right?
Yeah.
Everybody, and I understand, because that thing is delicious. But everybody likes the custards, the Portuguese custards.
Yeah.
For me, we used to eat them when we were kids in like big trays.
Right.
When they're coming out of the oven, like
There's the real stuff, right?
oh yeah, absolutely. I find it a little bit different from here.
Yeah.
They use less chemical. It's that's another interesting thing about Europe.
Yeah.
The foods that we had in this tour, even like my daughter likes iced tea, and I try the best as the good father not to give her iced tea because there's a lot of sugars and stuff. But the iced tea in Europe, it's completely different from the iced tea in North America.
Huh. Is it sweetened or?
It's the chemicals that they put in North America versus the what they use in Europe.
Yeah.
I find Europe very, like, compared to us, healthier.
Oh yeah.
In terms of the foods, the pesticides that you use on the food.
Sure,
the
yeah.
food tastes better, man.
It's more regulated. It's a lot of high quality stuff through regulations, obviously. I heard even some people who are absolutely gluten intolerant are totally fine when they go to Europe.
So my wife is celiac, as you know.
Yeah.
She's careful there, but I think she needs to be more careful here for some reason. When the problem is when we go there with a person that suffers from celiac disease, there's a lot of stuff now, but I remember years ago there was nothing, and it was really a challenge for these type of people. So now I notice, like, even for her, when she goes there, there's always options. We brought a few things from Europe. It's amazing.
That's so cool.
But yeah, overall, Europe is Europe, man. I love Canada. Don't get me wrong. I love North America. I love all this side.
Yeah.
But that side, man, there's so much history around those countries. It's so beautiful, man. The water in the Mediterranean.
Oh yeah. I've always been in love with Europe and with the Mediterranean, and I've always thought, one day I'd probably retire in the south of France or something like that, or Spain or Portugal, or am I pronouncing it right? No, probably not.
You did good. Portugal, yeah.
Okay.
I assume that in a few years we already won an award for music, but I think in a few years we gotta win the award for the best podcast. Like,
we're just saying it now, so that
just tossing in there. Exactly.
This is the podcast that, again, there's no pressure to watch, but if you do happen to watch it and you enjoy it,
it's the best.
Please
look
tell
at
your
these
friends.
2 faces. Look, just look.
Like and subscribe.
Exactly.
If you want. Or don't. Whatever you want. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, just do it. Do what he says. We're good with that. No, but it's funny because we gotta win an award and we gotta live in Cannes.
Yeah, of course. We'll do the film festival. We'll start our own festival. The Rock Dance International Music Festival.
Same day, exactly. Rock Dance International and Cannes International Festival.
We'll just like pilfer the guests off the carpet. Hey, come this way. It's over in that building. And then Brad Pitt comes in and we're like, we got Brad Pitt. And he's like, where am I?
Free pizza.
Free pizza. I just came for the free pizza, guys.
Oh my gosh. And you can always take a mug. You can win a mug saying Rock That's Podcast on the side. That's you know what they give you?
Yeah.
They
gift
you
bag with a mug, and a hat, and a watch. I love it.
A watch from Temu.
That's amazing.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. But I'm back now. We're back.
Great.
We're back on track, and I'm glad to be here. I love that side, and I have my family there.
Yeah.
But I love to be here. I have my friends and family here too.
Yeah. It's I always find like the place is very alluring.
Yeah.
Wherever you go. But there's something about putting down roots somewhere, especially around the community that you form.
Yeah,
so I totally get that. 100%.
I'm not a big fan of moves.
Yeah.
I don't like moving. The biggest move that I did in my life was coming here.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't think if I move again, will be to a place that I'm really, really happy.
Yeah. Did you meet Milena in Canada or
no? I met Milena. She wasn't on vacation. I was playing with my band, and looked at her and I go, "Hey, that's it. We're gonna get married from the top of the stage."
Did you actually say that?
No, I told my parents actually when I got home that night. So I met her. It's funny because I got home. I don't want to be very personal here, but when I got home, I woke up my parents and I go, "Listen, I found the girl that I'm getting married to." Like, you drank. Go to bed. And I went to bed. But the next day I met her again.
Wow.
And from there, that's it.
That's
So
amazing.
that's a funny story. But
I love it.
I will do
like
it
love
again.
at first sight.
I don't know if it's first time. I was forced to it. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
No, I love my
Sounds
wife.
like she was actually.
She
but-
was.
like you.
She was way prettier than me. She is, not she was.
You will make some beautiful children.
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's all
That's
good. But
cute.
yeah, now I'm back and that's it. Now
Beautiful.
we gotta continue doing this podcast, and if they like it, they like it. If they
Yeah.
don't like it, hey, we still like Taylor Swift. Either you want her or not.
She's all right.
She's okay. I'm not gonna talk.
Oh
I'm
my
not gonna
gosh.
say anything. Since my wife loves it and my daughter too, I'm not gonna say anything wrong about it.
Well, welcome back.
Thank you.
And so, yeah, have you seen any interesting movies or TV lately?
Not, you know what? I got home. I didn't have time to do anything like in terms of TV, but I believe there's a lot of good stuff that I'm missing.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I watched Naked Gun.
Yeah, so good.
I watched it
So
yesterday.
fun. Comedy is back.
Oh,
Comedy is
finally,
back.
man! We needed a movie
Someone
like
rescued comedy. Yeah.
that. It's
Seth MacFarlane, I think, was the producer on that, wasn't he?
yeah.
From Family Guy.
So it's good to bring comedy like this because the comedy that they're making the last few years it's a romantic comedy. That's it.
So much of it is not funny, actually.
It's not. It's not.
It's like, I love that it's like back to being super silly. Like, I love the original Naked Gun movies.
Yeah.
I just watched Hot Shots with
yeah.
my youngest
Yeah. I did.
a couple nights ago. She laughed her butt off. She's 8 years old. Like, completely loved it.
Yeah.
All of those movies, Airplane, like those.
I was about to say
yeah.
that with Charlie
Same
Sheen.
guys, right?
Isn't it with Charlie Sheen or something?
No, Hot Shots is with Charlie Sheen.
Oh yes, yes. you're
Yeah,
right,
and
you're
then Airplane's with Leslie Nielsen.
right. Yeah.
And just so
That,
funny.
that type of comedy, it's fantastic, man.
That's so good.
Oh,
It's so good to just be back. It's great because I took Emma to go see the movie, and we had a date night, and we laughed our butts off the whole time. It was so
it's
fresh
really
and
funny. It's
you know,
really
like
funny.
it's so good to be able to take yourself to something funny and give yourself permission to laugh, especially in the state of the world. I think right now it's so important to find joy, humor, and all that stuff, right? So
Yeah, I find that lately, I will say for the last 15 years, the movies, they're starting to get boring, man.
yeah,
It's
I agree with you.
the quality
Yeah.
gets better, but the quality of the picture quality gets better, but the quality on the movie and on the script and stuff like that, it's not that.
It doesn't have the heart and soul of what it used to.
No.
I've been seeking out a lot of independent movies, or movies that are like interesting, things that are not like what I would call blockbuster movies, because I find a lot of the blockbuster movies, again, like you said, boring.
Yeah.
And it's like the same old plot line and everything. So I saw 2 movies recently I want to tell you about that were quite interesting. And they were made, one was made 2 years ago, I think, and the other one was made about 10 years ago. So the first one made about 10 years ago, Colin Farrell movie, Colin Farrell and Rachel Weisz in a movie called The Lobster.
The Lobster?
The Lobster.
Gotta look into that.
So the premise of the movie is that people go to people who live in this city, I should say. It's a dystopian future, and according to the rules of the city, everybody must have a partner, a mate. You have to have a mate. You have to be married to somebody, and if you don't, you get sent to this special hotel, and you have 40 days there to find a mate, or they will turn you into the animal of your choosing. So this guy chooses, he wants to be turned into a lobster, which is the whole thing. But so the movie goes through all these people at the hotel trying to become mated.
Yeah.
But then there's also, every day they take you out and you go hunting in the woods for people who are single, who live in the woods, and you basically bring them back, and however many people you get extends your stay at this hotel. It's a really wacko movie. and you have to legitimately have something in common with the person, or you can't make them your partner. So totally weird, psychotic. It's the same director that made Poor Things with Emma Stone. So very interesting. Yurgo, I think is his name. I don't even know his last name. I'm so sorry, but super interesting, weird movie, but refreshing. Yeah. And then the other movie I saw, this was from a TikTok recommendation. There's a channel I follow that gives you all kinds of just movies you're not expecting to see. The other one is called The Menu. Which, do you know Anna Taylor-Joy? She was from the Queen's Gambit.
Yes.
She was in that Viking movie with Sarsgaard. And anyways, so she's in the movie, and Ralph Fiennes. And so she gets invited to this basically Michelin star chef's island to be a guest. And when she gets there, it turns out the chef is totally psychotic and is holding everybody hostage, and it just gets absolutely insane. I don't want to give away the whole movie, but it was really an interesting exercise in like being a little bit uncomfortable. John Leguizamo is in it too.
Oh yeah,
and a few other
that's good
celebs. So it's just weird, interesting stuff. But I've been looking for stuff like that that's just a little bit off the beaten path, more artsy. Yeah, and
it's like a B series movie.
Yeah. Because I find a lot of the movies now, it's like it entertains you during the duration of the movie. You're entertained. There's big explosion. Oh wow, they're going fast. Oh wow, they're falling, or they're bad guys are getting shot at, or and you sort of like get invested to some degree during, but you don't take it away with you. It's like writing a song that isn't so catchy, and you walk away from the studio and you can't remember how the song goes.
Yeah, exactly.
This is how movies are. Yeah. Whereas I'm seeking out movies that actually like leave an impression on me, The other one that was kind of like that it was kind of a messed up horror movie, but quite interesting, was Midsummer. Did you ever watch that?
I never watched it.
Oh my gosh. I got a whole list of movies to give you.
Okay, send it to me.
Yeah. That one's crazy. I'm not going to tell you anything about that movie because that's just a
going back into that point meld. Going back into that point of like explosions and stuff. That's the problem. I find that Hollywood they're more worried than putting like these big quality explosions and these effects. And you know what? You can bring these movies versus the Blue Lagoon Monster, and I'll go to the Blue Lagoon Monster, like from 1980s or whatever.
I know.
The monster that looked like it was like a guy inside that's what we're losing now in terms of the making of the movies. You know what I mean? Like we're putting so many things and so much quality in the picture, and once again, the script sucks.
Yeah, it's almost like inversely proportionate. Like the effects increase in resolution. Yeah, exactly. These even some of the storylines, it's like, it seems so interesting, but the execution doesn't have the heart and soul. And that's why, like, for instance, I mean, we talked about this before, but the original Star Wars movies didn't have the greatest look. I mean, they were okay. They were great for their time. But now watching them, I'm like, okay, it looks like it's it's a miniature flying above a green screen or something. Whereas, they're so perfect now, but you had this investment in these characters. There was something like... Exactly. It really meant something. Whereas now it's sort of like playing into the hands of what they think people will want. Yeah. And usually failing, to be honest. And so I find it hard to
look at those movies from the 80s, like Indiana Jones. Yeah. Look at the effects on that thing. There was that one that the ball rolls and the guy's running. Yeah, and you can see that the ball is so fake.
Yeah. But it's clearly made of styrofoam or something.
Of course. But those movies, they have these thing that you cannot get in these new movies.
Yeah.
There's something right. I was watching the other day, that movie The Fly?
Yes, Jeff Goldblum. The arm wrestling scene.
That movie.
Right?
It's so amazing.
Wasn't that like the best? Like,
yeah, exactly. And
kills the guy's arm.
You can see like the air growing and he's looking and it's so fake.
Yeah. Can I just take a moment to appreciate Jeff Goldblum?
Oh, he's the best.
How amazing that guy is.
My gosh.
Like, what an interesting... I want to meet him. Jeff Goldblum, if you're out there, please come on our show.
Yeah.
There is 0% chance of you getting this message. But
just
put it out there.
That's it. If you know him, just tell them that we said this. Yeah, I know. It will be great. Can you imagine him?
Come on.
Like coming into the show?
He'd be like, in terms of... evolution, of
he's amazing, man.
Dinosaurs.
Oh, it's so amazing, man.
I love the
There's
way.
a few characters that I would love to bring on the show. Like even in the music business, there's a few people that I would love to have. If you had to choose one guy, which one you choose? I know that
Bono.
Bono?
Yeah, I'd love to talk to Bono. I think he'd have an interesting bunch of stuff to say. He's a very intelligent guy, good storyteller. I enjoyed his audiobook.
Unfortunately, I cannot have David Bowie anymore, but I will go with Rod Stewart.
Rod Stewart.
I don't know
I
why,
saw
man.
him in concert a couple years ago. He was amazing.
Oh my gosh.
You know what? He played, so it was at the Isle of Wight Festival in England.
Yeah.
Listening side stage VIP area
Wow.
to Rod Stewart at sunset playing the song Sailing.
Yeah.
And we're talking like 50,000
Yeah, oh my
people
gosh.
singing
That
along.
thing.
Sailing, I am sailing.
Yeah, it's so good, man. He's amazing. Such a beautiful song, too.
Oh my gosh. And I was like, it was just the most emotional.
Yeah.
It was the real deal. It was the real deal. And he still puts on an amazing performance. His band is killer, obviously. And he just has a lot of heart and soul. And I do love that guy. I do love that guy.
So Rod Stewart, if you listen to this, I know that you're in Toronto like a few months ago or last month or so. I didn't have a chance to see you.
Yeah.
But if you want to come into the show, I know that you don't.
Rod Stewart, there's also a 0% chance of you hearing this. But come on our show.
Sorry,
right.
Bowie, you're not here anymore. But
Breaking news, Bowie resurrects for one day only on Rock Dance. Woo!
Can you imagine? David Bowie used to. It will be an amazing character.
The podcast overcome with necromancy. We forced him back, made him sit in the room, tried to feed him pizza. He's getting very
What about
dark. I'm
bands?
sorry.
What about bands? If you had to choose a band to be here,
I mean, I'm so biased. I love you too, so I was
about
gonna say
David
you too. And
Oh,
David
still
Bowie,
you too?
Bowie, you two, definitely two of my idols. I would love to talk to Keith Richards and Mick Jagger. Keith Richards and Mick Jagger, if you're listening, there's a 0% chance that you're gonna hear this, but come on this podcast.
I don't know, man. There's so many good people that I would love to interview.
Yeah.
Interview or not interview, just talk.
Yeah.
Talk to like normal, like without being scared of like he's a star. You know what I mean?
I'd love to talk to Rick Rubin, the producer.
That
like,
would be
he
great
would be
too.
amazing.
That would be great. He's amazing.
You know who I actually met? I've met him 2 or 3 times now in passing, but I got a longer conversation with him in this time. I went and saw the wonderful Daniel Lanois in concert up in Meaford, in Ontario. It was the first night of his tour.
Wow.
And I went with Crocky Moses, who we had on the show a few weeks ago. And we got to talking. And this is the man who produced The Joshua Tree. He produced Achtung Baby. He produced Peter Gabriel's big albums with Sledgehammer. He produced Bob Dylan, Emmylou Harris, the Neville Brothers, Brandon Flowers' solo record, The Arcade Fire. The list goes on and on. It's kind of a ridiculously long, amazing list of people, but such a gracious guy. We were leaving the concert and we saw a merch table set up and we're like, they're selling vinyl. We need some Daniel Lanois vinyl because they're some of the best sounding albums ever made. He's got a beautiful voice, beautiful songs, beautiful production, you know. And so we went and both bought the album Shine, which was one of my favorite Daniel Lanois albums. And then he's there just talking to people. And so we just waited for a minute and he freed up. We started talking and he's such a gracious guy. We're talking about how we were in the studio that day recording and we were actually talking about Daniel Lanois and thinking about him because we were recording with a microphone in front of the speakers full blast, no headphones, and doing the Daniel Lanois method of recording vocals. And the vocals turned out so well. Crocky did an amazing job because he was inspired. It was like performing on a stage and told Lanois about that. And he said, he's like, that's really cool. Here's what I do. I like this microphone.
Oh, he actually goes some depths?
And he was like, I don't know if you noticed, but we used AI during my concert to take the vocals out of this famous song that I produced. And then we put it on this backtrack and then we played along to it. Like they had the Neville Brothers singing Amazing Grace.
That's crazy.
Along in his show. And they were singing along to it. Emmylou Harris and a number of other ones. And anyways, just such a beautiful
Yeah.
Canadian icon kind of guy. My stepdad, Vaxxo, at Kensington Sound. Shout out to Vaxxo. Hey, buddy.
Hey, Vaxxo.
Amazing guy. He has worked with Lanois.
Yeah.
And in fact, the two of their studios, Kensington Sound and Grant Avenue Studios, were almost like friendly competitors during the 80s.
Oh, wow.
And Brian Eno did some work there with Lanois, and that's how they all got linked together.
Yeah.
And then turned into this legendary producing team. So
Yeah.
there's so much history and amazing. So I'd love to have a longer chat with him because we all, like, if you've been in the studio, if you've done music, you've written songs, you've done production, there's no end to how complex and interesting it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Every single song's different. Every production's different.
And everybody's different. Basically.
Everybody's different.
So yeah, that's great.
Love to talk to him.
There's a new kid on the block that everybody talks, and everybody is popular now, Benson Boom.
Oh, okay.
I actually saw the concert in Portugal. I didn't watch it there, but I was watching live on TV.
Yeah.
Because a friend of mine was there. He was like, "Hey, see if you can see me on the stage." There's 30,000 people.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be able to see you, but I watched the full concert. I think that kid, if he continues on this path, he's gotta be the new rock star, man.
Crazy.
It's amazing voice.
Yeah.
He brings the thing of like 70s. I will say 70s. More than 80s, like the tight clothes, the you know, those not leather pants, but you know, those suits that are like jump suits, but like the 70s, 70s. Is
this the guy who has the song? Hey.
Oh my gosh, man!
That one? Yeah, Benson. Okay.
It's the funny thing about this kid is the fact that that's a high tune, like. You have to sing high on that song.
It's pretty crazy.
Usually, and you know as much as me, being a lead singer, you tend to sing the higher songs first.
Yeah.
So you don't get burned, right? Mm-hmm. Or the funny thing is, he sang this song as the last song or one of the last songs. And I was like, wow. And it was a full show, like an high pitch.
Wow.
Nonstop.
It's hard to sing that way.
Yeah,
you have to have very good technique to sustain that for a whole show.
Well, the problem too is it gets to our age, like 40s and 50s and 60s, and then the voice is gone.
Whoa.
No, we're not 60 or 50. We're still in the 40s, even though we're very close to the 50s. But basically, that's what's happening. That's what happened to the guy from Scorpions, Dream Theater, all these big voices, like high pitch Guns N' Roses.
Axl Rose. Yeah, you heard him on the later tours. And
that will be another nice.
Yeah,
guy
I'd like to talk
here.
to Axl and Slash. I was like this close away from Slash once at Canadian Music Week, and he walked out of a room, and I looked around, and I was like, "Holy cow, it's Slash!" It's like this, there's no mistaking him. He's got this top hat and a scarf around his neck, and he's like another kind of Keith Richards kind of guy in terms of his presence. He kind of looks a little bit like Lenny Kravitz.
A little bit, yes.
Got a little bit of that look to him.
Yeah. See Lenny Kravitz, another guy.
Lenny Kravitz. I would love Lenny Kravitz. If you're listening to this, which you aren't, come on this podcast.
Oh my gosh. I went to see the concert here in Toronto a few years ago.
Oh, amazing.
A couple of years ago, actually.
Yeah.
So good. Bass player was a bass player for David Bowie.
No way.
She was playing with him at the time.
Oh, the bald girl.
My gosh.
She's so good. I'm trying to think of her name.
She's off
I'm
band.
so sorry.
She's off band.
She's amazing.
Man. She's so good. She's singing.
The reality tour live when she like all the solo stuff that she does.
She's so
amazing.
Good. And the concert was amazing. Lenny Kravitz, look at that guy. In shape, man. That body.
Well,
like the way that he sings.
Amazing. Well, they show pictures of him 30 years ago, and he looks the same as he does today. So it's like that whole legend of someone having a painting in the Dorian Gray, where there's a painting that's aging, but she's not aging.
Yeah, she's not aging. Yeah.
Heaven forbid the painting should burn down.
It's gonna burn down tomorrow. It's like Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
She's always young. She'll always be young.
There's a lot of people say that when Mona Lisa is destroyed, that'll be the end of the world. But I mean, we'll hold off on that conspiracy theory.
They tried so many times the last few years. Those activists and stuff like that. It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Like they
throwing
like
paint
food
and
and paint and.
See, when I went to the Louvre in Paris, they had Mona Lisa behind glass.
They
so
have
like,
to.
I
don't understand why they didn't do that in the past.
Yeah.
Because that's such an expensive and a piece of like world art.
Yeah. So I went to another museum, which was I think it was called, I'm going to get this wrong. It's a modern art museum in Paris. And they actually have the paintings behind a tiny little thing on the floor, a little line on the floor. You're not supposed to pass that line. It's like a foot away from the painting. So I went there with my 18-month-old daughter, Poppy, at the time. Now she's 13, but at the time she was 18 months. And she was just so curious, saw this beautiful, big, colorful painting and just went and touched it. And then instantly we had a security guard like looking at us and then literally following us around for the entire rest of the trip. And
it was just a kid.
Just a kid.
Yeah.
But like literally like would follow us room to room, this security guard, trying not to like be suspicious, but they were like, they literally were following us.
Yeah.
And so we had bought this contraption that we thought we would try out, which was a leash for a kid. So when you're new parents, you don't know any better. And so we put the leash on her. And then it was like 2 minutes and Emma's like, this looks stupid. Like, take it off. Like, people are going to think that we have a dog instead of a child. Like, just take it off her. And it was so embarrassing, but so funny. Yeah. And, but anyways, yeah, but kids are drawn to art. I mean, art is so vital. You know, what's amazing is I could tell, like, even at that young age, it moved her. It made her feel something.
Yeah.
She was reaching for it. Like, that's the beautiful thing. Like, real art.
Yeah.
It moves you. It makes you want to feel something. And this is, again, to our point about the movies.
Yeah.
Like, there are films that are really art. And there are films that are just made for commerce.
Oh, absolutely.
And throughout the history of the world, art and commerce have been at odds.
Yeah.
And so it's this constant struggle of, can you get out of that race to make money and make something great. A lot of the artists who died without any money and became super, super famous after they died, it's really a shame.
Yeah, I actually went to see Picasso when I was in Barcelona. Like this thing, all these paints, and it's completely amazing. This was years ago. And it was so amazing, man. That guy was great.
Yeah.
I think it was Picasso. I don't know. I had a few drinks before. They took me to
Was this in the ROM?
No, in Barcelona.
Oh, Barcelona.
Yeah, Barcelona.
Okay. It probably was.
Barcelona.
You know why it's called Barcelona?
No idea.
The king had a lisp.
You did?
So he couldn't say Barcelona.
He said Barcelona.
Barcelona. So then in that time, so they started encouraging everyone to talk with a lisp.
Yeah.
For that S sound.
Oh, wow.
So that's how language happens. Yeah. Anyways.
We still in Portugal, we still say Barcelona.
Do you?
I don't know if it's to contradict the Spanish.
It wasn't your king. It was someone else's king.
Well, it was. There was
Barcelona.
Always Portugal and Spain. They're always they always had
Vasco,
a beef.
leave me alone.
Oh man, Barcelona.
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 Oh my goodness.
But these jokes about traveling, they're getting out of control.
Our ratings are just tanking.
It's okay. Nobody's watching yet. They were gonna watch after. But yeah. That's the art. Art is amazing, man. I love art, and not all types of art.
Yeah.
I'll go back into Yoko Ono.
So apparently, so I have a friend who was telling me that they tried playing a Yoko Ono album in their house, and it's the only album that their dog starts like,
what do you expect?
Like wincing when this is played.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I have the vinyl of the John Lennon and Yoko Ono wedding album.
Oh, you do?
I've never listened to it.
We should.
I should.
Maybe it's gonna give you some ideas for the next.
I'll see what my dogs do. Maybe they'll wince too.
Oh my gosh! No, but
I respect the fact that she's out there doing that.
She's 80 something, no?
Probably, yeah. In this point,
wow.
Yeah, I think so. She's up there. But I think she was an interesting person for John Lennon. Like he found her mind and her ambitions were incredibly alluring, I think, to him. And, you know, it was pretty wild. Like, if I'm not mistaken, I remember reading that Yoko Ono got into a car accident during the making of the Beatles' White Album.
Really?
And because John and Yoko decided that they would just never be apart, she set up a bed in the studio in the live room. And she would just be there like resting while the band was doing their thing. And so they're trying to get work done and she's always there in the bed and maybe like going like, it doesn't sound right, guys. And you know, all that stuff, right? Because
that's freaking annoying. I will snap.
That's really
and I'm pretty cool in the studio.
You don't freaking Yoko Ono me, okay? It's no wonder it became an expression.
It's like next time that I'm recording, I'm gonna take my wife.
Yeah,
I'm gonna set up a bed.
Just bring her to the studio. Just a day badge. Just chill out there.
You want to see how bad things go.
Yeah. Milena, I'm sorry. We didn't mean to bring you into the jokes like this.
Having the wives.
We didn't mean to do you dirty.
I know, man. But having the wives, I don't think, okay. I don't get involved with my wife's job. She's a teacher. I cannot get involved. Why she's got to get involved with my. So I don't think there's some stuff that you don't cross.
Yeah.
First of all, you don't want to work with your wife 24/7, even though you love her. And that's my opinion.
No, it's good to have a litir bit of
space
that's and your own thing a little bit. You don't want to be always there with.
So I have a few friends that they worked with their wives for the past few years, and they end up going to other jobs right after. They keep following each other. But you know what? It doesn't work. I don't think it wouldn't work for me. It wouldn't work for my wife.
Yeah.
Because we're very independent, even though we're married for 20 something years.
Right.
But I wouldn't do that. I would never bring my wife to the studio every day.
You could. You could. I wouldn't consider it the same level as Yoko Ono. Like, come on.
But I don't think she can. Well, she's better than Yoko Ono. She was singing Celine Dion the other day.
Yeah.
She loves Celine Dion.
Amazing. So my dad loves Celine Dion. And I was, I have to admit, when I was a teen, I was not that big of a fan of Celine Dion because it's, we grew up in Quebec and it's like the music everyone thinks is, oh, it's so amazing. It's Celine Dion. She's a local hero and everything. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't know if I'm a fan. And then I would tell this to my dad and he would be like, what do you mean you're not a fan? She is the best singer in the world. And I'm like,
you love it. Hey.
No, I can't. Okay, we're just gonna hold off my comments.
You cannot go against the fans. I have a good one. My daughter, she's funny because sometimes I'm home and I'm like, if you touch me like that, I say that, and she goes like, Tring. You know that song, if you touch me like that. And she does a
it's all coming back to me.
All coming back. There was a time when I started dating my wife, she loved Celine Dion. And there was an album that came out during that time that I was like, because I was in love with her. You know, the passion of the beginning of the romance.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit, I love Celine Dion too. I'm gonna start listening to Celine Dion.
Right.
And I was listening to Celine Dion for a while, but I gave up. I got depressed.
She was produced by David Foster.
Oh my gosh! And then the Titanic song killed my vibe.
Oh my
completely.
gosh! That song. Okay, so I actually thought when it came out that it was a good song.
Yeah.
But it reminded me so much of the fact that, well, first of all, why did they kill this guy in the movie?
Yeah.
Then everyone, like, I literally remember watching Titanic and being depressed for like a week because I was 16 or whatever. Saw it with a bunch of my sister's friends and some of them were like, I'm seeing it for the third time. So, and I was like, why are you doing this to yourself? What is so appealing about this movie? I mean, kudos to James Cameron, amazing director. Amazing. But we all know how it's going to end. Everyone dies, or most people die.
Yeah.
And to be frank, there was enough space on that board for Leo to float there and for her to float there too. He didn't have to drop himself into the ocean,
The best part of the movie is, Jack! What is that? But my sister watched the movie so many times. At the time,
take a shot every time you hear the word Jack.
She was dating Renato, the guy that we're talking, the drummer.
Yeah.
my BFF in Portugal, and it's funny because they went to watch that movie so many times. I don't know if they watched the movie 6 times. It's like me with Dirty Dancing. When I saw Dirty Dancing first time, I watched that movie when I was a kid like 7, 8 times, man.
Is that Patrick Swayze?
Yeah, man.
Were you crazy for Swayze?
I was crazy about the movie.
Yeah.
Swayze was good, man.
Who is the girl in the movie?
Oh, what's her
Is it
name?
Molly Ringwald or something? I've never seen it, so
can't-
I've never seen Dirty Dancing.
You know what? I can't. You never watched?
I've never seen Pretty Woman either,
Oh, pretty. No. What was the
or
name
16
of it?
Candles, or The Breakfast Club, or I've never seen any of
Oh
those
my
movies.
gosh. No,
No.
did you have to?
So I have a deal with Emma.
You know, you're not gonna watch those.
She said, if you promise to watch Pretty Woman, I will watch Terminator 2 Judgment Day with you.
Okay, so
She
that's a
promised
good deal.
that. Now, I've tried to collect on this a number of times now
Yeah,
and have not been successful.
it's like
So I'm working on it.
with me with Star Wars. I know
Right.
that we spoke about this several times,
Yeah.
and even in the studio, I tried to watch them, man, but for some reason, I'm sorry, the Star Wars fan, and I know that you were one of those.
Oh, yeah.
I can't, man. I
Really?
can't. I'm not into fiction.
Did it? You know what? You didn't see it when you were a 9-year-old kid. I think that's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
for me, it got me because I saw it when I was 9, and it just was like the most exciting thing I'd ever seen. And then I saw The Empire Strikes Back, and that revelation about Darth Vader being Luke's
Yeah.
dad kept me up all night.
Yeah.
I had to sleep in my parents' room that night because I was too scared to go to sleep.
Yeah.
And then I saw Return of the Jedi, and I was like, I'm done. I'm such a fan for life. But I was 9 years old, you see? So if it doesn't
Yeah,
catch you
so-
at the right time, it might not necessarily resonate. But you know what? With maybe, at some
As
point,
I-
we'll,
As I grow
You know.
older,
you have a few too many beers
Yeah.
and you watch Star Wars and then you're like, whoa,
And then I wanna watch all of them.
dude.
it was like the movie, all these movies with Al Pacino. I watched Carlito's Way was my first movie that Al Pacino that I watched.
Okay.
And I
Haven't seen
never
that one.
they told me, oh, it's this movie. It's about mob and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I didn't want to watch, so I watched it, and then I had to watch everything from Al Pacino. Al Pacino is something.
Hoo-ah, scent of a woman.
Yeah, man.
Hoo-ah.
And then I got in love with Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
And it was a
Oh,
movie.
yeah. What's not to love? Batman 2.
She's in a few movies with Al Pacino, or a couple movies.
What's the
too.
movie where she is his wife, but then she gets possessed by this other woman?
Isn't that like no? But it's not. I don't know if it's Devil's Advocate.
No, it's
No,
not that
that's
one.
that's with Keanu Reeves.
Right. Yeah.
I know which movie you're talking about.
Yeah, and it's like she's like possessed by this other woman,
Shoot, I can remember.
and then she tries to. Anyways, there's a lot of trying to kill people in that movie.
Yeah,
But
Al Pacino is the best, man.
yeah,
Michelle Pfeiffer too. So I when she showed up in those movies, Scarface, she
Yeah.
was in Scarface. She was young, and I was like, oh my gosh, who's this girl? And this guy,
Michelle Pfeiffer was in Scarface.
Yeah.
Really?
She's
Interesting.
She started dating Al Pacino.
Is she, she the one who like?
Yeah,
Okay.
she's amazing, man. Even today, man. Michelle
Yeah.
Pfeiffer, if you listen to this,
We want you on our podcast.
you want to be on a podcast. I don't know if you have patience for us, but please find 5 minutes for us, or
Michelle.
just
Michelle.
comment, just comment on YouTube or something.
Just drop a like and a comment below, Michelle, if you're
Let's see how
listening.
many Michelle Pfeiffers are going to show up. Michelle Pfeiffer 1, Michelle Pfeiffer 2.
Who's the real Michelle?
But by the way, I'm loving the comments on our podcast, like on the social media. People are coming.
Yeah.
There's good and bad, but you know what? We deal with both.
It's good to have a conversation. I mean, never at any point am I expecting everyone to agree with everything we're saying. We're literally just having a conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
And the human experience is just, we process verbally
Yeah,
as
exactly.
people, a lot of people, especially you and I,
Yeah.
like you say something out loud and you kind of process as you say it. And sometimes it's not maybe the most agreeable thing that you say. Maybe it's something that you're trying to work out, but that's okay. It's part of the process and
and we're
part of
not
the human
here,
condition.
Yeah, exactly. But we're not here to judge anybody. Anyways.
No,
But
exactly.
talking
We're here
about
to love
processing,
everyone.
for me, I have to process twice because I have an accent, so it takes me twice to say what I have to think and then say.
Well, one of these days we'll do a podcast in French, and then I'll have to do the same thing.
So what I'm saying now, I already thought like 3 minutes ago.
Right.
Just now, I was processing.
Tu vas traduire ici.
We gotta do one in French and one in Portuguese for the
Yeah,
Portuguese
there you go.
fellas. But it's gotta be fun.
I'll have a little AI like earpiece that it will translate on the fly, and then a second later I go, but it won't be in real time.
Can you imagine? Like those guys do, like the politicians.
The Secret Service agents. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, my gosh, so fun.
There's a shooter on the roof. Move.
It's like a movie. No, but it's fun. No, thanks for all the comments and the likes and all this stuff and the subscribers we're doing. We're glad to have you guys in our space. This is our space basically. But
100%.
But yeah, we gotta continue with this. Season 2 is coming up soon. After 10 episodes, we decided that we're gonna have the season 2.
That's right.
So you can ask people if you know to be on the show. Popular people only.
Yeah.
Or artists.
Yeah. If you know any A-list celebrities, preferably.
Exactly. Just check on your phone. Check on your phone. You might have like some guys or some girls that they're popular.
So I wanted to just bring up a couple of interesting things I read this week. If you haven't heard about, so there is a new stat that 51% of people on the internet are actually bots. So 51% of internet traffic is bots and not people. So there's more artificial intelligence moving around the internet and sometimes creating likes, comments, all these kind of things than actual people. What do you think about that?
I'm going to remove everything that I said about the comments. Thank you, bots. You guys are being amazing.
At least 50% of you.
At least 50% of you, they're bots. No, it's. I believe that.
Yeah.
AI is, you know what? Everybody looks at AI. I use Chat GPT for a lot of stuff.
Yeah. I call it Chat GPT, which is the French version.
And I call it Chat GPT.
Do you know what Chat GPT means in French?
No, not really.
It means cat I farted.
I've been using cat I farted for a little bit now. Cat I farted. No, it's funny because what I find about this, it's
when
like
I first started using cat I farted.
my life changed. I asked cat I farted, listen, how can I write this text? It's easy. Meow.
Write it down, right? Meow.
Oh my gosh. No, but it's true. There's I think there's a lot of BS on internet. I think it's true. It's proven. But this social media, it's surrounded by that. I'm as you know, I love crypto, cryptocurrency, and there's a site that I go that people actually comment on the market and stuff like that.
Oh, right.
And I will tell you that you're right. It's like 50% of these, it's bots, and the real people that they're on this chat, they're actually being paid by these cryptocurrencies, right? To talk good stuff about the coin and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But most, like I will say, more than 50% will be bot.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Oh no, it's a lot. I mean, it's to the point where I don't think you can trust what you read anymore on the internet.
Yeah.
It's you can't trust what you see.
Yeah.
You can't trust videos. I actually saw this series of videos. So there was a whale trainer, a killer whale trainer named Jessica.
Yeah.
And I think she died by handling a killer whale the wrong way.
Yeah.
And they've been doing this series of videos that have gone viral, but they're all AI videos of like basically her like handling the whale going into the water and then like and blood coming out. Like one of the videos is real, but then the other ones are not. Like there's a video with, they're carrying Jessica's coffin and the orca comes up and like kisses it, but it looks real. You wouldn't believe how real it looks. And it's like on and on and on. And to the point where, because you're digesting the information on a small screen for the most part, you're scrolling through TikTok or Instagram or YouTube or any of those Reels algorithm programs. When it's a small screen, it's harder to tell about the little details, whether it's AI generated or if it's real. And there's a ton of stuff where I'm like, I have to really check and see, because you have to be extra diligent. And I actually heard an interesting, to get into some depth about this, I heard an interesting thing yesterday, which was that, throughout history, people would search for answers from the divine, whether it was God or if they believed in gods or spiritual something. It was like looking for answers. Now we look for answers on ChatGPT. If you have a question, you don't know the answer, what's the first place you go to?
Well, if it's a physical question.
Aside from your wife.
Oh, I don't know that. That's really tough, that one. No, for me, well, if it's something that it's personal, very personal, of course, I go straight to God. If it's something that I need to know right there, an answer like for a math test or something like that, something like something, I'm gonna go to chat to the cat fart, but
to cat I farted.
I just to cat I fart. I just find that it's dumb, and I respect ideologies in here. Like I respect that, but I just find that it's a little bit silly when you start putting like your spiritual life after all this technology.
I think in some ways too, it's interesting. There was an interesting comment on TikTok from our last episode. And it was about a C.S. Lewis quote saying that, there's such a thing as a God-shaped hole. And he described it as this thing called a God-shaped hole that we're trying to fill with something. And if you find God, you find fulfillment. But if you don't have God, you tend to fill it with addiction and trying to fill it with all the pleasures of the world that are very fleeting. So it was an interesting thing. And the person's comment was, well, it's actually not that. We're getting more depressed, actually, not because we're not seeking God, but because society's getting worse and all this kind of stuff. But I go like and that's an opinion, and I respect this person's opinion. That's fine. But I think we don't have time to meditate or be spiritual or pray or any of that stuff or I should say still time. We don't have any still time anymore.
No.
What do you do when you wake up in the morning? Do you check your phone?
That's right.
Yeah, me too. And I have to stop myself. I literally have to keep the phone on another floor of my house in order not to check it in the morning. And when I have a day when I don't start with my phone, I feel great. But it's this thing of like you're constantly drawn in by this thing. I call it the little anxiety machine.
Yeah.
It's like ding, ding, ding. I have to leave it on do not disturb mode if I'm working. Otherwise, all day long, I'm constantly going, checking notifications and everything. And so we're constantly distracted. So how can we explore anything spiritual without having time and brain space and stillness and everything to be able to do that? So I've just been really thinking about that lately, like
getting rid of the phone.
Well, just quiet time. I have a great friend. His name is Leon, who has decided to really dumb down his smartphone, and he's gotten rid of all the apps. He's turned it black and white, and super respect to him for this. And he's decided to put the phone in its place. The phone is not going to rule him. He's going to be the ruler of the phone. And so I so respect that decision. And I find a lot of my life has been ruled by this phone. And if you're familiar with the book Ecclesiastes in the Bible, you know that everything's meaningless. Everything's meaningless. It's like this whole thing of like, what are we actually doing? everything we do is kind of like, are we actually doing anything of purpose here?
Yeah.
So much of our life, like, checking socials, and we're not really connecting with people. We're just looking at their photos and thinking, oh yeah, I have a relationship with them, but I haven't seen them in 5 years.
I have a few friends that they actually quit social media 100%.
Wow.
Unfortunately, I can do that because I have the music going on. We have the podcast. It's part of like this business.
Yeah, I use it for business pretty much.
And to talk, if I want to talk to you or my family or friends, which I consider you a friend. So you're on the thing. But
same.
I find that they quit this thing. And I was talking to some of them last time. One of them actually went with me to Greece, and he doesn't miss it. He doesn't miss it at all. He told me that it's less drama now.
Yeah.
He has less drama in his life.
Yeah.
The only problem, the reason why I find the phone is ruining my life, it's because I used to take like 2 minutes to go to the washroom. Now I take half an hour, and everybody wants to go to the washroom. Everybody's knocking at the door. So if you have kids, give up your phone, and a wife, give up your phone. No, but you know what I mean. Like it's and you brought a lot of bad stuff. Okay, let's be real. There's a lot of good stuff that the social media brought, like or internet brought,
of course,
helpful in our lives. But there was a lot of bad stuff, man. There's more bad stuff than good stuff, to be honest, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, it's starting to, I mean, it's like anything neutral resource wise. I think money is like that. Money is a neutral resource that you can use for good things or bad things. Social media, I think, is a neutral resource. It can be used for good or bad. But it's only a matter of time before things start getting flooded with negative stuff. And they've actually done studies on Facebook accounts where if it's a blank account and there's no information uploaded at all, the first reels that Facebook starts recommending are negative because they get a reaction from people. So you're more likely to engage with a post that makes you all fired up than for something where it's like, oh, that's nice. Right?
So it's so funny you're saying that. Yesterday, I was actually talking to Emily, and I go, Emily, go brush your teeth. And we're actually watching something on YouTube. The first commercial, I was talking to her, the first commercial that showed up was Colgate. And I'm like, is this for real? Like, Colgate? I just told her to go brush her teeth. And the first commercial was Colgate. I can be wrong, man. This is like...
Well, even so, I've noticed that TikTok tracks you across your apps. So I was having a conversation with my sister about a particular subject. I won't go into it publicly, but I went into a specific conversation, and I did a voice memo over to her on Signal. And then I'm starting to see on TikTok, my algorithm is showing stuff about that now, which makes no sense because I didn't look that up on there. So you have all this stuff where you're like, ooh, okay, like,
no,
it's watching you. It's like you're monitored on social media. They know exactly how long you've spent on a video. If it's a 60-second video and you spent 30 seconds on it, it knows that you spent 30 seconds on it, and it keeps track of how much you liked it. It'll tell the other person how many people clicked on after. Did they click like? When in the video did they click like? How long did they stay in your video? It's like every action is actually watched. So there is basically no such thing as privacy anymore. If you are engaging in anything to do online, your data is farmed, whether it's social media, online banking, or anything like that. Any app, like everything requires an account to log in now. If you want to use an app, got to create an account. And what do you have to do to create an account? You have to put your information in.
Exactly. So it's funny because I was talking about guitars just like 10 minutes ago. I just bought another guitar online. No. I actually bought another guitar this morning.
Did you?
From Timo. I want to try. I want to try the fake guitars.
Nice.
I'll share with you after.
Like $60 or something.
No, I don't know how much. It's probably like $100 something bucks or $200.
Yeah.
But it's gotta show up in pieces, and it's gonna be a Japanese.
It's going to be this big.
No, it's gonna. No, but it's true. It's true. There's a lot of stuff happening that we don't know. Like, and they track where. So that's why I recommend to people to watch Rock Dad's podcast just for 30 seconds, and then you watch the new episode and the new one, and you gotta see your life changing. It's gonna change. In the future, you're gonna have Rock Dad's podcast everywhere you go. Everywhere you go. Oh, I was watching this Rock Dad's podcast again.
It'll just constantly come up in your feed now.
Even when you go to the washroom, that's a good place to watch Rock Dad's podcast in the washroom.
Yeah.
Because it's 2 hours. You can take 2 hours in the washroom.
Yeah.
No.
What happened to newspapers? Do you remember the newspaper in the bathroom?
Man, I love.
Come on.
You know. I don't know if you did the same, but I used to, when there was no magazines or something, I used to look at the shampoos and
read all the ingredients.
The ingredients. Now I don't know what's bad and good because I don't read the ingredients anymore.
Well, you had enough time to get bored. I mean, that's something that they're saying a lot about is missing now. Is like there's not enough time to get bored.
Oh, exactly. Bless you.
Excuse
Bless
me.
you.
Thank you.
Don't cut that.
I receive your blessing.
No, but it's true. It's changing a lot. Society, this internet, these bots, and all these thing happening. It's insane, man.
Yeah,
and
it makes you think. Like it's more of a time to really double down on getting your life set up in ways that exist offline.
Yeah.
I heard a scary stat this week. Not to do fear mongering because I don't believe in that. And I'm actually not scared about this. I think it's just leading to inevitable change and we just have to adapt. That it was predicted that by 2027, that 98% of jobs as we know them now will not exist. And that was a pretty shocking stat. Like, okay, what does that mean? Well, they're talking about drivers. A huge part of the world are employed are drivers.
Yeah.
There are a huge amount of people who are in industries making things, and they're like, well, now they're moving to, they're going to be moving to like automation and bots and things like that. Literally robots and things like that are taking over jobs. They're going to be automating shipping. They're going to be automating factories, everything like they're already doing, but they're going to be exponentially doing this. And then it's going to, like, it seems like a pretty crazy target to say 2 years from now. So I don't know about that personally. I think it's a little lofty, but I thought that's an interesting thing to think about. Like in the near future, I don't know if you've seen the Tesla robot.
Yeah.
So they have these, it's going to be affordable for someone. It's going to be like $30,000, maybe 40. You can pay it like a car payment. So it'll be like $600 a month, and you'll have a robot servant in your house who will do dishes for you, who will, do your laundry. We probably have people tucking their kids into bed. Honestly, it's this.
I don't trust that. I don't trust that. I passed by Tesla the other day, and they have it right in front.
They have the robot.
They have the robot.
Oh, no way!
If you go on Sherry Gardens, Tesla has the robot right in front.
Wow.
So I was going by with Emily, and I go, look, and she's like, "Ooh, scary." I wouldn't trust that thing in my house. I don't trust myself in my house. Turning on the stove and shutting off the stove.
Yeah, what if it gets hacked?
Exactly.
If it's connected to the internet, it can be hacked.
Of course.
Right?
Grabbing knives and start tossing knives. Knives. No, but
you could have like a cyber attack that would
I don't want that.
Weaponize a robot, right?
I don't want that.
And then what happens if it's a mass attack and it's in, 4 to 5 people's homes or something,
so
right?
This all goes back into the RoboCop movie and all these things. I start thinking about these movies and Terminator. It can happen though, because the more that they build these toys, the more is the chance. Like we have more chances of being attacked by these. Yeah, because that's a computer. The same way that you have virus in your computer that can damage your computer, the system, and mess you up, mess up the whole system. It's gonna happen to these. Yeah, it's like you said, it's connected to the internet, Wi-Fi, all these things.
Well, Tesla cars receive updates automatically, and if you've seen Tesla cars go crazy where someone's just trying to parallel park, and then instead the car goes and accelerates at full speed, and of course, it's super fast, a super fast car. I saw one in China where it was just going blazing through the streets, probably 180 miles an hour or something crazy. knocking people over along the way, killing people, and then it just inevitably crashed and exploded.
That's insane, man.
So, I mean, it's interesting because that's something that's possible with this uber connected world that we're in. And it's interesting because Canada in 2035, I told you the stat earlier, and it's kind of upsetting, is moving towards no combustion engine sales for anything like small cars, anything like that. I think they're just going to do combustion engines for big trucks and things like that. So imagine in a country where all the cities are so spread out that they would say, yeah, but you can only have a car that in the wintertime might get 300 or 400 kilometers at a time. Like that's not enough to get very far if there's a problem.
Yeah.
Like, if there's like a nuclear radiation from one of the Pickering power plant in near Toronto.
What you got to do?
And you got to get out of there in a hurry, and you're driving, and then all of a sudden you run out of battery. I mean, this is
So what you got to do? Exactly.
just a totally hypothetical scenario.
Well, I think
I'm not taking into account the science, but just as an example.
No. You're right. I think the future is like, and I don't want to say this too loud, but control population. And electric cars, it's a way that you cannot go anywhere.
Yeah.
As much as I like electric cars, I'm not a big fan. I prefer gas cars versus electric cars. I drove electric cars, and they're fast. For me, it's like a golf cart on steroids.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm a big fan of the gas cars. I don't trust these things, man. I don't trust. I debated before I bought my car. Like I was debating in between electric car because for the kilometers that I do in the city, they're not it will be useful. But no.
Well, now they say the cost of charging a car is becoming similar to gas. So it's like, and imagine if everyone on the grid is pulling electricity at the same time. Like, so what it's going to be is it's going to be you have choices like rolling blackouts, or you're going to have to have, okay, you can only charge your car on Wednesday, and the other days you're going to have to take the bus. In Japan, they have this already. They have people are only allowed to drive certain days a week.
Really?
And in China, they have a lottery system. So only, I think it's 1 in every 1,000 people or something gets a driver's license lottery.
Wow.
I think I'm getting those countries right. Yeah, it was Japan and China. And so that stuff really is quite concerning. And then the whole thing, of course, of our coupled with our data being collected all the time, it doesn't take a genius to see that this is always where, they'll know, the algorithms know more about us than we know about ourselves. They're able to predict our behaviors and our habits, and then therefore sell more products to us, get us to kind of give into, certain ideals or whatever that are more in line with whoever's in charge and controlling the algorithms, like the Mark Zuckerbergs of the world and all this stuff. But who knows? I mean, I don't want to paint too grim of a picture. I think there's a lot of good stuff that can come out of this, but I think, hopefully the good thing that comes out of this is that we reclaim our humanity. Yeah. There's something called the dead internet theory where people just abandon the internet and say, you know what, I've had enough, like your friend who turned off the social media, or my friend who ditched, his usual phone. So I don't know. I think it's like, if we can just think about being human, and that's ultimately the thing, right?
And I understand that internet is really good for jobs and stuff like that. Yeah. But it's getting to an extent that it's too much. It's too much. I find like there's too much information, even for our kids. They got to grow up on that, like with that thing, but it's tough, man. It's tough for them to see. I see my daughter now. Daddy, can I get a phone? Oh, because my cousin has a phone. Because this has a phone. My friend has a phone. What am I gonna do? Yeah. At the same time, I don't want it to be like thinking that I'm like an old-fashioned guy, which I am. But at the same time, if I'm gonna if I'm gonna buy her a phone, what it's going to be, you understand what I'm trying to say?
So for my 2 oldest daughters, one is 11 and one is 13. we decided to get them Apple Watches.
Yeah.
So it's on the family account, so we can, share purchases with them. We can see where they are location-wise.
Yep.
So if they're in trouble, like we can get to them, and they're able to call us. They have a phone number associated with it, and they can text.
Yeah, that's
so. But it's not addictive. Like this is not addictive. Like looking at your wrist, not addictive. Like addictive. The phone. They've done studies on this. It's like the laptop, not as addictive. The watch, not as addictive, but the phone itself. Very addictive. It's this portable supercomputer you're carrying around with you. So, anyways, not to get preachy, it is what it is. Some of it's good. I like a phone for a lot of reasons. We film this podcast on our phones.
And if it wasn't for these, we wouldn't have a podcast.
Yeah. Nobody and then we distribute it on our phones. And
we'll buy VHS and we'll give it one at each door. Knock at the doors. Here's a VHS.
VHS delivery of Rock Dad's podcast.
Or better.
Anyways, well, listen, Vaxxo, this has been amazing, and
I know, man.
I think it'll be great. Next time, we're looking to have some wonderful musicians and artists on. Stay tuned for episode 7. But in the meantime, keep on rocking.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see you the next time, and we'll go from there.
All right, let's finish it off with the lowest form of male ritual, which is the high five. All right.
Rock that.
Rock that.